is Can Yaman really? The superficial heartthrob from the headlines, or something much deeper? Recently, Can Yaman's personal life has been back in the spotlight, not because of a new romance or a scandal, but because of something more human: his need for silence, pause, and reconnection with himself. Living under the spotlight doesn't always mean shining inside. Can has become an icon not just in Turkey but also in Europe. However, between those who idolize him and those who harshly criticize him, few have stopped to truly listen to his inner voice. In every article, he is reduced to muscles, fleeting romances, and appearance. But what about his legal education, his fluency in languages, his passion for philosophy and acting? In projects like El Turco or the remake of Sandokan, Can has shown he's much more than a pretty face. He's brought cultural conflicts, deep emotions, and real acting evolution to the screen. Yet the media prefers shallow headlines like "Can Yaman with another woman" instead of discussing his artistic growth. And his private life? Full of rumors, exaggerations, even absurd accusations. He has said it clearly: private life should remain private, but he's pushed to respond, cornered into speaking. Sometimes he hides away in Italy, sometimes he disappears. Sometimes he hides away in Italy, sometimes he disappears. Is that cowardice? No. It's a way to protect his balance, to heal away from the noise. Can Yaman's life is no fairy tale. It's an emotional weight, the constant pressure to be strong, desirable, perfect, until the soul gets tired. That's why he turns to therapy, recenters himself, rebuilds. And that's not weakness. It's strength. Today, Can doesn't need blind applause or cruel criticism. He needs to be seen for what he is: a human being, an artist evolving. Maybe his country hasn't yet fully appreciated him. But those who see deeper know that Can Yaman isn't here just to please, but to leave a legacy. To talk about Demet Özdemir is to talk about a woman who has carved her path with silent but powerful determination. Despite media pressure and constant public speculation, she walks forward with her head high, proving that talent isn't measured by headlines, but by consistency and authenticity in one's craft. Demet has been many things to the public: a charismatic dancer, a versatile actress, a style icon. But also the target of criticism, often unfair, fueled by gossip and baseless judgments. More has been said about her relationships, her silences, her tears, than her acting skill, discipline, or the battles she's overcome since dreaming of a life in the arts. Many still compare her to the past, especially her bond with Can Yaman. Some hope for reconciliation, others blame her for personal choices that are hers alone. Yet she has shown she doesn't need to live in the shadow of any relationship to shine. She's reinvented herself, taken on more mature roles, grown, even if it meant disappointing those who wanted her to remain the same. Behind that magnetic smile is a woman who's endured the weight of fame, the contradictions of success, and a world that's often cruel to those who protect their privacy. Demet doesn't respond to every attack, avoids drama, doesn't scream her truth. Some see it as coldness, I see it as strength. In a world where everything is sold, knowing when to stay silent is courage. Yes, she may have made mistakes. Who hasn't? But she's had the courage to move forward, not letting stumbles define her. She chooses projects that represent her, causes she believes in, and a life that may not be perfect but is authentic. She doesn't need to explain or defend every decision. Her actions and consistency speak for her. I admire Demet not just for what she shows on camera, but for what I sense she's endured behind it. To remain graceful amid noise, to choose art in a shallow world, to walk with dignity when others expect your fall, that's rare. That's someone who knows her worth. So now more than ever, we must stop demanding explanations from Demet Özdemir. And we must celebrate what she has achieved not only as an artist, but as a free woman. Because she, like many others, is not here to meet our expectations, but to live life her way. And today that is a powerful and beautiful form of resistance. Some think her success is just luck or beauty. But those who truly follow her know that behind it there is sacrifice, discipline, and inner strength. She faced breakups, criticism, disappointments, but she never strayed from her path. Some call her cold for not being more visible. But I see emotional intelligence. Demet understands that real freedom means living with consistency. While others play with image, she builds something real. What's more, even with her professionalism, she hasn't lost her warmth. You can see it in her interviews, her fans, her small but sincere gestures. She's still that woman who smiles with her eyes and stays true to her audience. That's why it bothers me when she's constantly compared to Can. They are two different paths. She is so much more than a past relationship. She's a complete artist, a woman who doesn't need noise to shine. And she proves that real success is built with integrity, step by step. While some cling to nostalgia, she looks forward. That's what I admire most. Her ability to be reborn without denying the past. Her elegance in silence. Her maturity in a superficial world. Demet Özdemir doesn't need to justify anything. She's already shown us who she is and continues to do so in every role, every gesture, every silence. Demet represents a kind of artist who doesn't need to attract attention to stand out. She works consistently, chooses meaningful projects, and commits fully to them. Every role she plays is imbued with her energy and sensitivity that shows her career is not a matter of chance, but of years of effort and conscious choices. I've often seen people reduce her merit to beauty or luck, but those of us who have followed her for a long time know her path has been full of effort, perseverance, and incredible inner strength. She went through tough times, endured criticism, and lived delicate personal processes. But she never lost focus, not even when the press tried to label her as Can Yaman's ex, as if her identity depended on that story. Some people call her distant, as if protecting her private life were a flaw. But to me, it's the exact opposite. It shows emotional intelligence and maturity. Demet understood that nothing is gained by reacting to every provocation, and that true strength lies in staying true to oneself. In a world that rewards scandal, she chooses balance. Yet she hasn't lost her humanity. Just watch her interact with fans, in interviews or everyday gestures, to see that she's still a close, simple, and authentic person. She hasn't let fame change her. Her gaze is still clear, her smile sincere, and her words thoughtful. That's why it bothers me when her value is still linked to her old relationship with Can. It's time to understand they are different people with different paths. What they shared was beautiful, yes, but Demet is much more. She is a woman who has evolved without clinging to the past, an artist who moves forward with confidence without losing her essence. Today, while others cling to nostalgia, she keeps building her present. And that, in my opinion, makes her even greater. She doesn't need noise to leave a mark. Every decision she makes, every project she embraces, every silence she keeps speaks for her. Demet Özdemir has shown who she is through her attitude and continues to reaffirm it with every new stage she undertakes.